The things I do for you. The things I put myself through. And do I get a like or a subscribe for my troubles? No, not that much. Well, anyway, this time we're looking at a movie from 2020 called Lone Wolf. This is a horror movie, but most of the horror comes from having to sit and watch it. This is low-budget dreck with little or no charm. The movie has a twist in that it features furries. But Barkey, you ask, what's a furry? Just trust me, don't Google it. Don't do that. What's a furry? So basically, if you love sci-fi, you may go to a sci-fi convention, right? And you may dress up like Captain Kirk or a stormtrooper or Commander Koenig, right? That's part of the fun. Well, at their conventions, furries dress up like cartoon animals. Foxes, wolves, cats, stuff like that. But unlike the guy dressing up like Captain Kirk or Commander Koenig, these guys are pretty strange and into some bizarre stuff. Sick stuff. See, generally furries don't look like this. These chicks in the movie are pretty cute, I guess. That's one thing. But these girls look like the kind of people who shower regularly. Personal hygiene is not something furries are well acquainted with, and they're generally weirdos into weird fetishy stuff that no one wants to have in their brain space. If Tumblr and Twitter had intercourse, their progeny would probably be the kind of person who'd be a furry. The whole schmear, folks. The whole schmear. Ugh. So that's what a furry is. So now you know. So don't Google it. Seriously, don't. Anyway, our story goes like this. It all starts back in 1987, and you can tell it's 1987 because they put these scan lines over the footage. The college sports ball team has just won a big game and they're having a house party. Now the team mascot shows up in his wolf costume since that's the school's mascot. He's not a furry, he's a mascot, different thing. This cute cheerleader is all into this guy for some reason, and the sports ball jocks don't like that. So they set fire to his costume, with him in it. Look, they just threw him in the back of the ambulance. They didn't take off the costume or anything. They just threw him in there. Well, he wakes up and promptly, for no reason, kills some people. He's eventually killed himself, I guess. Flash forward to the present day. These girls are furries, and they're going to a big furry convention. One of them, Charlie, is the daughter of the cheerleader from 1987. But at the convention, one of the girls gets drunk and acts the fool, so they're ordered to leave. Imagine acting the fool to the point where you stand out at a furry convention. Well, they meet this guy, and he tells them about a furry party where a famous furry is going to be, so they decide to go. It takes 1,000,000 years for them to drive across town and finally show up at this log cabin, I guess, where the party is, and the killer shows up and begins killing. He kidnaps, or furry naps, Charlie. Can she escape? Can the girls survive? Who is the killer? Is it the mascot come back to life, or someone pretending to be him in order to get revenge, or what? The acting in this movie is generally terrible. The audio quality is terrible. The graphics are terrible. The editing is terrible. The writing is terrible. This thing is like 80-odd minutes, but it felt like 800. It drags on forever. There's a whole sequence at a truck stop that is mostly pointless. The killer kills some people, but no one seems to notice. In short, this is a really, really, really lousy movie. I got the sense the people who made this were cribbing from My Bloody Valentine from 1981, a way better movie in all respects. It hits some of the same plot points, and you wonder if they were even having fun making this. I can't see it, but maybe. Okay, are there any positives here? Well, the chicks are cute, I guess. I like this one, Charlie, she's the hero. And this other one, the boozer, is kind of funny, I suppose. The special effects are better than what you'd see in an episode of Star Trek Discovery, but that's a pretty low bar. I mean, let's face it, there's no gap under that bar. The bar is just laying there on the floor, and all you have to do is step over it without tripping. They almost manage it. Maybe they don't because they're wearing furry feet. I don't know. And look at this. This is their car, right? This production is so cheap, they couldn't even afford a prop license plate for the car. You know, like a real production company would get. Here, they just blur out the actual license plate the car has. They did spring for these costume parts, apparently, but even those are cheap looking. I'm giving Lone Wolf half a paw, and it's a half-hearted half paw at that. The movie is better than Cats 2019, but again, that's a pretty low bar. The story idea is good, a serial killer at a furry convention, that's kinda different, although there was an episode of one of those Law and Order shows that did that already. But most of this doesn't really take place at the convention, so what was the point? There is some unintentional comedy value, but not nearly enough for me. It's all very, very, very dumb. Ultimately, this movie is best avoided. Just like furries themselves. After watching this crap, I need some damn booze. I'll see you next time.